This is your official 2021 Legion competitor meeting. Now I'm going to run through everything you need to know to make your Legion experience easy and stress-free. First though, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for choosing the show, and I want to thank so many of you for choosing Center Podium shows over the years. Now some of you I know, and some of you I'll meet for the first time this weekend, and for those who don't know my story, I just wanted to take a moment to kind of tell you where I came from. I started producing bodybuilding shows while I was still competing. I felt like we deserved something better. We needed shows that were just really worthy of our hard work. We needed shows that felt like our own. And that's what the Legion is all about. A Legion, it's a large group, a large force. And that's who we are. You, I, and all the team. We are a force working together every day with a common goal. So thank you for your support. And the more you share your journey, the more we can accomplish bigger and better shows for years to come. So please post like crazy. We want to see what you're doing. And I want to tell you too that we have an awesome live stream coming, and it's definitely going to be our best yet. And please share that with the world as well. You know, our goal is always to level up. Just like any good bodybuilder, we're bringing a bigger, better package every time. And with your efforts, you're going to see us reinvest in the athlete, reinvest in the shows, and keep moving forward. All right, well, let's get you ready for this show. I'll start with the basics. Everything takes place at the Reno Sparks Convention Center. You'll enter from the main north entrance across from Atlantis Casino. But starting before even the event, you're probably going to be coming in to the Reno airport. And if not, you're going to be driving up. So if you're coming from the Reno airport, there's a few options for travel. First, if you're staying at the Atlantis Casino, our main host hotel connected to the convention center, you should call 775-824-4429 to request transportation. Now, if their bell desk is busy and can't pick you up, they're actually going to reimburse your Uber or Lyft. Now, the Peppermill also has a free shuttle, and that runs every 30 minutes. Now, if you're staying somewhere else, you can grab an Uber or Lyft. Now, the shuttle and Uber pickup area can be found as you walk through the baggage claim area out the doors just past the baggage claim at the Reno airport. Now, we have 3 host hotels, as I mentioned, the Atlantis Casino, the Peppermill, and the Courtyard by Marriott. The Atlantis is connected to the convention center. The Peppermill is about 9/10 of a mile away, and the Courtyard Marriott is about 1.8 miles away. Each hotel has different availability for mini fridges and microwaves, and we are unfortunately not allowed to set up a community microwave at the hotels, so please make sure to make arrangements for those ahead of time. Now, we do, however, have microwaves backstage at the convention center. All right, we're going to get into tanning a little bit. Tanning all takes place at the convention center backstage, and again, the bodybuilding arena is in Hall 1C. And you'll use the entrance from the north parking lot to access the bodybuilding arena. Now, our tanners will be there from the time you get there all the way to the last person crosses the stage. Now, to make sure that we are welcome back in the future, we do have strict policies related to tanning. Bootleg or unauthorized tanners often create some of our biggest problems. So use of bootleg tanners at any of our host hotels or the convention center is strictly prohibited, and it may result in disqualification. On that, there will be no spraying or glazing backstage. We had an unauthorized service take place, resulting in a fall as the glazing was not being done with proper protection on the floor. So the only people who can glaze or spray backstage is going to be the official tanner. You likely have confirmed your tan when you registered. However, if you have not done so yet, you can still book your appointment, and please do so by going to martinispraytan.com/events. All right, so some tips for a great tan. You want to get your skin all prepped. You can start by scrubbing or loofah your skin every day while you take a shower before tanning. Now, don't wear any lotions or deodorant between your final shower and tanning. However, Pro-Tan did just come out with a deodorant that can work after you've been spray tanned, thank God. Now, don't use any tanning skin prep that is not Pro-Tan. Pro-Tan is what we use. That can have a bad reaction. Now, when tanning, you're always going to want to wear loose clothes, loose long sleeve shirts just to protect things and also to not mess up your tan. For some of you, this may be your first time tanning. So just to give you a heads up, when you're tanned, you're separated by gender and you're sprayed naked in a tent. So now you know, and it won't be a big surprise if it's your first time. Please do everything you can to help protect the hotel and the convention center. You know, take a moment to cover the toilet seats. Don't lean on walls. Don't sit on the furniture once you've been tanned. Again, always long sleeves, long pants after you've been tanned. Also be careful of your hotel rooms. Again, protect the walls, the linens, the toilet seat, things like that, because the hotel will charge you for any damages to the hotel, and we want to avoid that. All right, some details on products. Makeup. You have received an email from our makeup manager if you purchased makeup. If not, check. If still not, check your spam. You can also email her at agrandison10@gmail.com. Now, makeup will take place backstage at the convention center in Hall 1C. You'll enter from the exterior door in the north parking lot facing the Atlantis Casino. Okay, photos. This is the best shape of your life, and the lighting on this stage is going to be amazing. Now, you can still get your high-res photo packages online or at check-ins. I always highly recommend that you get this. It's great for feedback from the judges, reference for future shows, sponsorship, portfolio development, and of course IG. But I personally wish I had gotten photos from my last show, and I definitely would have, but I didn't know it was going to be my last show. So I highly recommend that. Okay, tanning, you can still book your tan. And again, don't forget to lock in your time spot. You gotta schedule that at martinispraytan.com. Now, tanning takes place backstage at the convention center, same as makeup. All right, standard coaches pass holders. You will have full access to backstage. Now, if a seat is needed, you will need to buy a seat in addition to that coach's pass. Unless, of course, you bought a VIP coach's pass, which includes a VIP seat. Now, remember, in accordance with NPC rules, every coach, including IFBB pros, must have an NPC or IFBB Pro card. All right, well, check-ins are pretty simple, as this is your official meeting. Check-ins will take place in Hall 1C at the Convention Center on Thursday, October 21st. Now, check-ins do close at 12:30 p.m. Now, if you're competing in both Masters and Open, you do not need to go to the Open check-ins. One thing to note is that due to our busy schedule, these check-ins are mandatory, and we cannot make special arrangements for anyone who may have missed their check-ins. Okay, some things to bring to check-ins. Be sure that you have already purchased all of the classes that you're planning to compete in. You can do that ahead of time online at legionsportsfest.com. And we can also add some of those at registration if absolutely needed. Be sure to also have had your IFBB Pro contract sent in, and that it includes every class that you're planning to compete in. Bring an ID so we can verify your age, of course. Guys, wear your trunks, the trunks that you'll be competing in. Again, you can wear long pants and long clothes over it, especially if you've already been tanned. You know, we want to protect the furniture and the property. And of course, bring any food that you may need, because you could be at check-ins for as long as an hour. Now, it's best to submit your posing music by email to joeyrx@gmail.com. And of course, that's only bodybuilding, classic, fitness, and women's physique that need to submit music. Now, when you weigh in, you may only wear the trunks that you will compete in. When you hide in, you may not wear shoes, you may not wear socks. Now, a little thing we've noticed, everybody's always shorter at check-ins. This is due to water depletion and the shrinking of your discs. So please bear that in mind so you don't have to run around the building trying to lose weight. You'll enter the meeting room, you'll have a seat, don't worry about jumping in line. We will call you up when it's your turn. Once we do call you up, we are going to measure your height and or weight. Then you will move down the line and we'll confirm all your purchases. And this is a time, again, you can add or change classes. You'll also be able to purchase your photos and coach's passes. Now, to purchase a coach's pass, the coach must have an NPC or IFBB Pro card, and we must see this before providing the pass. For this reason, coach's passes may only be picked up at check-ins. From there, you'll coordinate your photos, you'll coordinate your music, and you'll pick up your awesome, huge competitor bag. All right, that's going to bring us into show day. if you have booked makeup, you'll be getting there very early. You are going to enter into Hall 1C, where makeup takes place backstage in the bodybuilding arena. You're going to enter directly from the north door entrance of the convention center. This is also where our tannings are. Our tanning takes place, and remember, our tanning will be there for touch-ups from the time you get there all the way till the time you cross the stage. Okay, prejudging will begin at Friday at 9 o'clock a.m. Finals will be at 4 o'clock p.m. Now you can see the detailed order of classes on our website, and of course it'll be posted at the venue. Okay, now if you purchased VIP tickets, you'll simply need to go to the VIP podium at the entrance of the venue. There we're going to have your name on the list, and we'll be able to provide your access to the show. Now we still have a few VIP tickets left, which can be purchased on our website. And we have a number of other ticket options. We highly recommend that you purchase those on the website ahead of time to help avoid the lines that we're expecting at the expo door on the days of the show. So, of course, competitors have free access to watch the show, and you have free access to the expo all weekend long. Now, if you'd like to attend the NPC or IFBB Pro shows, then a ticket would need to be purchased. The whole show, the whole weekend, will be live streamed. We have a really great setup with a high quality HD live stream, multiple camera angles, graphics. We're going to have commentary for the IFBB Pro on Sunday with Whitney Jones and Danny Hester. And that can all be purchased at tv.centerpodium.com. Now we have two options. Now you can buy a single night show for $30, or you can buy the entire weekend, all 3 nights, for $45. Now that package also includes replays of the 2018, 2019, and 2020 Legion Sports Fest. So you can check out, get psyched for the show, and also see how they judged it in the past, so you have an idea what to expect this time. Now, the show is, the live stream is viewable on Roku. It's also available by downloading the Center Podium TV app from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. Now, we also have products on that app that allow you to see all of our live streams, but also you'll get access to our huge library of videos, 150 videos, seminars, special features, interviews, all kinds of good stuff, and of course, every full show we've done since 2011. Now, some things you may want to bring with you when you go to compete. Just to remind you, you probably know this, you're pros, but bring a towel, razor, water, sugar, food. Bring your pump-up bands. Now, we have a bunch of equipment there, but it's always a good measure to bring your pump-up bands. Bring layers, bring comfortable shoes, flip-flops, and I always recommend a small pad for sitting on the floor. Okay, the flow. So when you enter, you are going to enter from that exterior entrance into Hall 1C. You are going to access the backstage area from the left side of the hall. So if you're in the audience, you're looking to the left, and you're going to walk backstage from there. Backstage, we have microwaves, restrooms, and a fair amount of equipment, but it is a big space, so you'll need to really pay attention to the order of events so that you don't miss a class. Now, when you see the class before yours on stage, you should make sure you are near the stage and ready to line up. Now, when it's time for your group to go on stage, an expediter will announce that your group will soon be on. Now, don't miss your class. Follow the schedule closely. You can find it on our website. Like I said, it'll be posted around the venue. Now, there's no do-overs, there's no rejudging, there's no refunds if you miss the class. So there's always 2 people who miss their class, and just don't be one of those 2. I always tell people, listen for the class. It's 5 classes ahead of yours. And at that time, be ready to line up. You know, they shouldn't have to look for you. They shouldn't have to call your name. You should already be where you're supposed to be at the time you're supposed to be there. So we shouldn't have to look for you. Now, you can always feel free to check in with our expediters. They're super friendly, super nice. They want to make sure that you're successful, so you can find out exactly where we are in the show to make sure you're ready at the right time. So a little backstage etiquette. Again, always wear long pants and long shirts unless you're backstage and about ready to go on stage. Don't ever walk out in the audience, uncovered. Always be aware of the walls, be aware of the furniture. We're really trying to not do any damage with tanning on this venue, so they'll let us back year after year. Be very careful with your food. They don't normally allow any outside food. I explained to them, look, these guys, they need to follow their food, and you need to allow them to have food. So they've made an exception for us, but please be very respectful about that, and don't leave a mess. Clean up after yourself, of course. All right, so presentations. Presentations, though, posing only happens once. So if you crossed over into multiple classes, you're only going to pose once. So starting with prejudging. For prejudging, we have fitness, bikini, figure, wellness, and men's physique. You guys are going to do your walks, and just a reminder, the more time you're out there, the more time the judges have to find your flaws. So get in there, get out, hit those turns, and pop back off again. Now remember, you're judged every minute you're out there. So once you're on stage, so really be aware of that. The way it's going to happen, you're going to be lined up on the diagonal, and the judges will call out your number. And so listen for your number, walk out to the center X, hit a couple poses, and then walk back to the diagonal. You have about a maximum of about 15 to 20 seconds to present. Once you present it, then walk back to the diagonal. After all the presentations are complete, the head judge will then call out his numbers for his first call outs and comparisons. Now this, of course, is all going to vary a little bit by class size. All right, now bodybuilding, classic, women's physique, you'll enter from stage left. Now remember, again, you're being judged every minute. You're going to go out there and you're going to do your 30-second free posing. And after that, you're going to be brought out to the front line and you're going to go through your mandatories and comparisons with Tyler. All right, so on to finals. Fitness, you will perform your routines first, of course. Fitness awards take place after the figure awards. Now, so the final protocol for bikini, figure, men's physique, and wellness, everyone's going to pose. You're going to enter from stage left, that's competitors left. You're going to present. It's going to present only one time. And so that means if you've crossed over, you're not going to be again doing that same routine over and over again. So you're going to walk directly to the center X. You're going to hit 2 or 3 of your best poses. This should take about 15 seconds, and then you walk off the stage from the side you came from. Now, once the posing is finished, we're going to bring out the top 5 from each class. The top 5 will be brought to the diagonal. Then the MC will call the places for the top 5. Once the top 5 is up at the front judging line, the top 5 will take a photo with the sponsor. And then they'll take another photo without the sponsor. And then all 5 athletes will exit the stage. A finals and posing for bodybuilding, classic physique, and women's physique, everyone will pose. You're going to enter from stage left. Again, that is competitors left. And as I mentioned before, you only present once. If you've done multiple classes, you'll only do your posing routine one time. No need to do that over and over again. Now, I want to remind you, if you are fitness, bodybuilding, classic physique, or women's physique, make sure you've sent in your music ahead of time to our DJ. Worst case, bring it on a USB to check-ins. Now, routines are limited to 60 seconds, so they will be cut off right at 60 seconds. Or please, of course, edit your music to 60 seconds, which is even better. Now, after your posing class is finished, we're going to bring out the top 5 to the diagonal, and the MC will then call out the top 5. And once you're at the top 5, of course, you're going to go through the photos with the sponsors and then without. All right, then we get into overalls, and this is the first place person from each class within a division. And all these athletes will be brought to the judging line where they'll be live judged. After judging concludes, there will be a pose-off for all divisions. So athletes, then you'll be brought to the diagonal line, and the overall winner will be announced. Those who did not win, you will exit the stage. Now, the overall champion will stay in the middle for photos with our sponsor, then a photo alone. And once the photos are finished, the MC, Bob Ciccarello, will conduct a brief interview. Now, remember, this is the paid spot. That's $2,250 for each overall winner from each division. Now, we have more detail about this on our website at centerpodium.com/showtime. We have a huge competitor guide there that you may find helpful. Hey, make sure you stop by the expo. Again, you have free access to the expo all weekend. Cruise through, visit some of our awesome vendors. It's really because of them we're able to roll out a lot of these cool things like these fantastic trophies and the beautiful stage that you're going to be seeing in a couple days. We've got tons of sports out there. It's going to be really fun to watch. We have seminars. We have Ashley Kaltwasser, Attila Santiago doing a posing seminar. We have a really cool seminar lined up with Dexter Jackson and Sergio Oliva Jr. So, and of course we have a red carpet before the IFBB Pro Open Finals on Sunday. Tons of celebrities are going to be on there, and that's also going to be live streamed as well. So I'll be at check-ins. My team will be at check-ins. We'll be there to answer any questions you'll have. I'm going to make sure I talk to each one of you while as you arrive, and make sure you guys feel good, solid, rested, stress-free. And of course, feel free to email us with any questions ahead of time so you can be all set. So, hey guys, I can't wait to see you. Thanks again for supporting the show. Thanks for making the trek out to Reno. And let's do this next year, bigger and better every time, just like a good bodybuilder.